Good morning, everybody. Welcome to StoryCraft. I'm Miss Emily, and I have, I think, a little bit of an unusual book and craft for you guys today, so I hope you guys will enjoy it. So we're going to start off with the book, and as we read the book, see if maybe you can figure out what our craft might be. But our book is a brand new book here at the library called Don't Feed the Coos. This is written by Jonathan Stutzman and illustrated by Heather Fox. So, don't feed the coos. Oh, my pages are stuck. When you see a coo, you will be tempted to give it a treat. Coos are adorable, peaceful, kind of silly. But don't feed the coo. If you feed one, they will all come. You will try to escape. They will follow you through the park, down the street, all the way home. Your mother will not be pleased. Wherever you are, they will be too. At orchestra practice, at the arcade, even at karate lessons. Your sensei will not be pleased. And to thank you for feeding them, the coos will leave poos. Coo poos everywhere. Coo poos covering everything. You will lose your socks to the coos poos, your backpack, your bed, your mind, all because you fed the coos. You will do anything to make them leave. Nothing will work. You will try to hide, but you cannot hide from a coo. No matter what scheme you cook up, your plans will fail. They will eat and eat and eat and coo and poo on everything. So just accept your fate. Coos aren't so bad once you get to know them. Give them names. Knit them scarves. Make them a part of your family. Take them on walks in the park. Coos love the park. A healthy coo is a happy coo. Yes, feed them birdseed. Coos love food more than parks. You're getting the hang of this, kid. Embrace your coos, because they will be your coos till the very end. There's absolutely, positively no way to get rid of them. Clever child. It looks like there is a way. What did she do? If we go back, you can see she was really smart. She bought the birdseed and then took the coos to a park bench and shared the birdseed with someone. And he was very happy to feed the coos because he doesn't know what's going to happen now that all of the coos are going to follow him. What a silly story. Don't feed the coos. So, were you guys able to guess what today's craft is going to be? I thought the coos in that book were so cute that I thought today's craft should be making our own coos. So I've got two here. I'll show you how to make them so that you can hang them up so they can fly around the room. The nice thing about these coos, no poo. So let me just angle my camera down and I will show you guys what we need to do today. There we go. Oops. Let me lift it up. There we go. All right. So for this, you're going to need some construction paper of different colors. I've got a pinky purpley one here. I don't know how well it actually shows up on the camera. I was trying to do the colors of the coos in the book. You, of course, as always, can make your coos whatever colors you would like. So I did some construction paper. If you want to use white paper and color them in, that's fantastic too. So some construction paper. I have another blue one here. As always, some scissors. Ask your grown-ups for help with the scissors. Some markers in some different colors. And I used some cardstock to cut out my template. And I'm going to put a link to the template in the description of the video, like I've been doing for the past couple weeks for some of our other projects. It doesn't have to be cardstock. If you're really careful with a regular piece of paper, you can trace that too. That'll work too. But you'll need a template, and then if you want your coos to fly, some string or some ribbon. I have like balloon ribbon here, craft ribbon. So first thing you're going to do is take your construction paper and you're going to fold it in half long ways. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but you're going to fold it in half. And then you're going to take your template once you cut it out, and you're going to take this flat edge and line it up with the folded edge. So see, this side is the open side, this edge is the fold. So you're just going to line it up along that fold. And then you're going to hold it and trace it. And silly me, I forgot my pencil. So I'm going to do it with a marker. You guys can do whatever works for you. And I'm just going to trace my pattern. If you guys are really good at drawing and you want to try to make your own instead of using my pattern, that is okay. But I've traced it, so now I'm just going to move my pattern. So you can see now I've got it on my paper. I'm just going to take my scissors and carefully cut it out. I'm not going to cut along the edge. Okay, we're not going to do any cuts here yet. We're just going to cut out our lines here. So if you guys bear with me, I will cut these out. So basically when you're doing this, you're cutting through two pieces of paper. If I open up the folded edge, oops, you can see I'm technically cutting through the two pieces of paper. So just take your time, be very, very careful. Ask your grown-ups for help if you need it. Gonna come around here, get his beak, and now I'm gonna come back here, get the rest of his beak and the rest of his head, and there we go. So now you see I have my bird cut out, and if I was to open him up, he doesn't really look like a bird, but you see here's the fold. So now I have two sides to my bird. So the next thing you're going to want to do is, I have it drawn on the template, and it's going to be kind of hard for you to transfer that exactly onto your cutout. But if you just want to draw a line to be your coos wing, just kind of go like that. There's his wing. So now the next thing you want to do is cut just on this line. And I'll show you what I mean by that, because you're not going to actually cut anything out. You're just going to basically cut a line, and because you're cutting through both sides of the paper, that sort of makes like a hole in the paper. So if we were to open it up and fold that down, you see I made like a hole in the paper. But while we have it open, you can kind of see that there's a line here from when I folded it. We're just going to cut down that line until it's even with where the paper ends up coming back to the bottom paper, and I'll show you what that means. I did not say that well at all. So I'm just going to very carefully cut across that line until I am even with the beginning of the wings. So if you guys can see where I'm going to end up cutting here, here's where I started cutting, and it's even here, and it's even with my cut over here too. I know it's hard to see over here, but I'm just going to do one more snip. So now you can see where my cut went. Okay? So now what you're going to do is you're going to take on each side, you're going to take a wing, and oops, if I can get my wings apart, there we go. So you're going to take one wing and fold it up a little bit gently. Depends on how much you want the wing to stand out. And then you're going to flip it over and do the same thing on the other side, so that then the wings look like they're flying. Now with the tail, what you can do is if you fold it up on one side and then turn it over and fold the whole thing up again, then you can kind of fold it so that when it's put back together, the tail is out. Okay, so we are almost done. This is a really easy craft this week. What I would say to do next is to decorate him while he still lays really flat. So I'm going to give him an orange beak. Like I always say, you guys know this, you can do whatever colors you like and do it however you like. That's why I like crafts so much. Yeah, I'm gonna do it on both sides. Give him a beak. My marker is running out. Oh no. I'm going to give him an eye. I like the eyes of the coos. They're great big eyes. So I'm going to draw a great big eye. There we go. There's a great big eye. Does he look like the coos in the book? Another great big eye. So what do you guys think? Does he look like some of the coos in the book? I think maybe. So you can leave them like that, or if you want to keep decorating. Like I said, I was trying to make them look like the coos in the book. So this guy has some stripes on his neck. This guy has some spots on his belly. Because I looked at the coos and I saw, let's see, where's all my coos? Somewhere in here I saw all the coos. There we go. I was looking at this page. And you guys can see, like this one has some rings on his neck. You see that? Here's my purple guy with the little spots on his belly. But again, you do not have to make it look like mine or like the book. You can make your coos look however you would like them to look. So now if you want to make a coo that will hang and fly, you're going to take your scissors one more time and you're going to make two very teeny tiny cuts. So right above the wings, you're going to do one teeny tiny cut on the fold. So see, the fold side is up and I'm just going to do one tiny cut. And then back here by the tail, I'm going to do the same thing. Right on that fold, one teeny tiny little slit cut. And I'm going to take some of my string or my ribbon or whatever you're using, and I'm going to have it go through one of the cuts. There we go. And I'm going to pull it through a little bit. Make a knot. You can have your grown-ups help you with this. This can get a little tricky sometimes. Cut off a little bit of the extra so it doesn't hang out. And on the other side, I'm going to do the same. Get this through here. There we go. Tie a knot. There we go. Just cut off that little bit of extra just in case. So now all I'm going to do is gently pull my string back up so that the knot comes up against my little slot, and that's going to help keep my string from going all the way through the paper. And I'm going to do it on do the same thing down by the tail. There's my knot. So now I'm just going to flip it over. Fold my wings how I'd like to have the wings. Make sure my tail is the way I like it. And if you want, you can do a little bit of glue or a little bit of tape right here at the bottom, like on his belly, to help keep him together if you like. Or if you like him to be kind of spread out, that works too, because then he'll sit on the table. He looks kind of silly if you look at him straight on, but if you look at him from the side, you have some coos. So I think, it's never said, but I think in this book, these coos are supposed to be like pigeons. And I think it's really silly to do a craft that looks like pigeons. So I hope you guys like my coos and you may have some fun making some coos for yourself. There's my whole flock of coos now. All right. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you all again next week. Bye-bye.